Hey guys, so this video is late, my apologies, and this week we're talking about characters and the fact that they don't always like the things that I like. Which is funny because your characters are in some ways a form of you. So it is funny when they have their own independent thoughts, I suppose, and they really just start to like things that you don't like. So then you're forced to either research into these things or suck it up and write about them anyway. And that's not always easy. For example, I do have a character who is very much into fashion, and I'm sure you've noticed by now that I tend to wear geeky t-shirts. So, for example, today's shirt is Dr. Horrible, but honestly, like, the majority of my wardrobe is geeky shirts, whether it references video games or movies or whatever. I am not that big into fashion. Yes, my guilty pleasure technically is Say Yes to the Dress and a couple of other fashion shows, but I know nothing about it otherwise. So, it's one of those things where when a character likes something that I don't like, I either have to start getting interested in it or just suffer through it in order to learn about it. And that way I could write about it in a little more of a cohesive manner. The other thing is, I've had characters in the past that drink, whether that's heavily or when they need to blow off steam. I don't drink alcohol often, and I certainly don't drink it enough, and I don't drink enough different types when I do. So I really don't have very much experience in that area either. Yes, I'm 22, but no interest in drinking. I like my liver. Smoking is something else. I haven't tried, whether it's cigarettes, cigars, pot, whatever. Haven't really had an interest in it. So there's that. Not to mention family stuff that fall into that. And one of the other things is parties. If you have a character that's like a party animal, and you're like me, and you're a homebody or a major hermit, that's going to be a little tough because you have to kind of experience the pulse of a party, whether it's, a underage drinking party at college or whatever. Like, you kind of have to experience that at least once to kind of understand how you would go about writing that for your character so that they could know how people move around and what people are generally doing, because you can sure watch movies and read stuff about it, but you can't get a feel for it unless you experience it, which is tough when it's something you don't like. And then the other thing is seafood. I oftentimes don't eat fish. I don't like the taste, don't like the smell. On occasion maybe, but it has to smell pretty darn good, and fish always has that saltwater smell to it that isn't attractive at all to me. So, those are the main things that, for me personally, my characters like and I don't. So, I'm having to somehow adapt to all of that, which isn't easy. So, hopefully, that kind of gives you a guide onto how it's important to have characters that are different from you because they're a unique person even if they don't exist in the real world. So I'm going to try harder to not make more late videos. Don't forget to be awesome, and I'll catch you all next